to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I am so happy you stopped by. It feels like it has been a really long time since I filmed a video for you guys. I have been so busy. I actually have a job that is seasonal right now, so I've been working and of course finals with college, so it's been quite some time since I've sat down and actually talked to you guys, so it feels really good to be back, and I have a lot more time since finals and school are over for a little while right now, at least on Christmas break, so that's going to be great for filming and things like that, so it's good to be back with you guys. And it is time for some Friday favorites. I've got quite a few for you guys this week, including a much buzzed about product. Of course, it's the Urban Decay Urban Decay Naked on the Run. Urban Decay Basics. That's another Friday favorites, right guys? The Naked on the Run palette. You know, I was really skeptical of this when I looked at it in the store, but I have to say it's really good. I'm gonna do a full review on this for you guys. Probably the mirror. How big is this mirror? This thing is just huge. I'm trying not to blind you guys with the light in it, but I just had to show you. I mean, that's a good travel size mirror. This is even actually a bigger mirror as far as lengthwise than is in my Lorac Mega Pro, and you guys know how big that palette is. So really great shades in here. I'm actually wearing a few of them on my eyes right now. The two matte browns that come in this palette I'm wearing, as well as this more shimmery metallic brown. I just love the shades in here. Love the look that it turns out. It's really a palette that can take you from day to night, and definitely something that's great for travel. Some cons and pros I'll tell you about in my review video, but for sure if you're thinking about this, I would say it's definitely worth it, and it's something that I've been using even when I'm not traveling right now, and it is something that I will take on vacations, when I go home at Christmas, things like that. This is great for that if you're looking for a travel palette that's got a lot of different shades, and shades that you can count on as well, with a blusher and a bronzer as well. Really great one. Next, another palette is this NARS Virtual Domination. I picked this up, and I believe I did a haul with this that I'm going to post pretty soon if I haven't already. Link that down below as well if I have posted it. But I've been using this like crazy. Mostly been using this coral shade right here, and I'm not going to say the name. There's some kind of inappropriate names on this palette, so if you are familiar with NARS, they have some sketchy names, but they have really good blushes, and I would recommend this to you guys if you're thinking about getting it as well. I think it's a great value. This Laguna bronzer that you're getting in here is actually 0.35, and I believe the full size that you'd pay $30 for is 0.25, so you're getting a lot more bronzer in here, and I love the Laguna bronzer. It's great all year round. It's got just barely a hair of shimmer to it, but it still is able to be used as a contour. But been loving this. I think these shades down here at the bottom will be great as we go into spring and summer, but particularly this kind of coral shade right here. It's a very much buzzed about shade. Not the O blush as people call it, but it's buzzed about as well, and I'll leave the link down below in case you're not sure what I'm talking about, and you can look up the names yourself, but just not going to say that on here right now because I know I've got some younger viewers and, you know, innocent ears, right guys? So, but really been loving this, and if you're thinking about getting this, I really would recommend it because they will run out of these at your local Sephora, I'm sure. Mine only had 3 or 4 when I picked this up, and now they're down to like 2, I think, and it's a Sephora inside JCPenney. So would recommend it. Really great blushes, and I am wearing that shade on my cheeks as well. The next thing is another palette. Love this thing, picked it up, and I've only used it once actually as of this video, but I've got to include it already. The bronzer in here is fantastic. This is the Anastasia contour palette. They just, whoops, lost the little film. They just started selling it in Sephora and Ulta, and I picked one up the other day. I love this bronzer. I believe the shade is Fawn right here in the middle. This is the perfect kind of cool tone bronzer. Great for fairer skin ladies, and it gives an amazing contour. I do have it on today, as well as I have on these 2 highlight matte shades right here underneath my eye. I'm going to have to play with those a little bit. When I put those on, they just didn't quite turn out like I was thinking they would, but this bronzer, oh my goodness. If I decide that I like all the shades in here, would definitely repurchase it just for the bronzer, but if not, I would definitely purchase just the bronzing shade on their website because that's a fantastic contouring shade. Really, truly great contouring palette, I think. I am going to play with it some more, and we'll definitely review this as well. On to a foundation I've been loving. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation in the shade 2.0. love this foundation. It's not a full coverage foundation, and it's not a totally matte foundation. I'd call this like a demi matte to a satin. Love this though. My oily skin can handle this. It looks fantastic on your skin. I'm not wearing this today, but I am going to put up a tutorial where I put this on, and it's so beautiful. I recommend this for oily skin, dry skin, normal skin. I think all skin types could wear this because it's just got the most beautiful finish, and it's not too drying, but it's also not too oily. I find this controls my oil quite well, shockingly enough, because I really thought, you know, with it claiming to be naked skin and things like that, usually I need a very full coverage matte foundation, but this is something that feels so good on my skin and lets my skin breathe, but it's also keeping my oil under control without being a matte drying foundation. So really love this and definitely would recommend it. I think it's an awesome foundation. The next foundation is a matte foundation. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation. Excuse my bottle because it's extremely dirty. Really been loving this, and it's a totally matte foundation. I did a review on this a long time ago as well. I'll try to link that down below. Also, I've loved this ever since then, and my bottle's pretty much down to the very bottom there. You can see by the foundation stains on it that I've really shown some love to that one, but I highly recommend it. I think it's $4 at the drugstore, and if you've got oily skin, great foundation. Next, I've got the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. This stuff is amazing. It really takes those pores right away. I mean, I've never tried anything that is as good as this for my pores. I highly recommend this if you're taking any kind of photographs, or maybe it's your wedding day or prom, things like that. Splurge on this. It's a great product. It really does what it says, and I'm highly impressed with the way it controls my oil as well. Cannot say enough good things about this. It is just an awesome product. Moving on to a concealer that I've fallen in love with again. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser in the shade Light. I've loved this stuff for quite some time now, and this is a really good concealer for all skin types. Again, great shades, great pigmentation on this, and you've probably tried it before, but it's awesome drugstore concealer, one of my favorites you can find. Last, we've got the lip products. First thing is this Chapstick's Total Hydration Sweet Peach Lip Balm, and this is their 3-in-1 lip care. Just your basic chapstick formula, but it's kind of pumped up a notch. It doesn't seem to be as waxy or as moist as the other formula. I love the way this feels, and this really does a great job of moisturizing my lips. I actually really like it under lipsticks as well, which I'm quite particular about what lip balms and chapsticks I do put under my lipstick, because a lot of times that can change the finish of your lipstick and things like that. But I can put this under a matte lipstick, drop it as well. I can put this under a matte lipstick and it's still going to have that same matte finish, and my lips are going to be moisturized at the same time. So really enjoying this lately, and definitely would recommend that also. On to what I'm wearing on my lips right now. This is the infamous MAC Rebel lipstick. I love this lipstick. I recommend if you don't have this, you go out and get it, because it is such a pretty color. Obviously, it's not as dark as it looks in the tube. You can build it up, but I just love this for this fall, winter time of year. I think this looks good on so many different skin tones, from the dark to the light. It's just such a pretty lipstick and such a fall and winter color. Something that really brightens up your face as well. I mean, I just really love the way this looks on me. If I'm having kind of a down day or a bad makeup day, this really just brightens up my face, I feel like. And it's something that's a little bit easier to pull off than a red if you're not a fan of reds, or you feel like reds look a little harsh on you. This is quite a warm, pretty kind of plum shade that I think a lot of people will feel comfortable in, as long as you don't get scared by the way it looks in the tube, because it can be sheared out, it can be built up. Whatever you want to get out of this shade, you can definitely get. I know some people will often combine this with a chapstick and make an even sheerer color than what I have on right now. Works as well for that, but I just cannot say enough good things about that shade. My last lip product is one of the Lorac Pro Matte Lip Pencils, and this is in Pink Taupe. I love this color. It's such a pretty My Lips But Better shade, and it's definitely got a matte finish, but it's not drying in the least. I absolutely love these. I picked up, I believe it's called Rose Brown as well. Put that on the other day, and it just really had a great finish and felt wonderful on the lips, and these last on the lips as well. They're not something that feels so drying that you want to either scrape it off, or that doesn't seem to last if it is moisturizing. Love the way this feels, love the way it lasts, and I would highly recommend this. If you have not tried one of these, pick up this shade Pink Taupe because it's kind of one of those My Lips But Better shades. Those are my fabulous Friday favorites, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to let me know down below what some of your favorite products have been this week and this past month. I love to hear it. You guys are my biggest enablers. And thank you again for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on my fabulous Friday favorites or my holiday videos that I've got rolling out for you guys. If you haven't seen them, I'll link down below some of my reviews I've done on those holiday gift sets, and be sure to be on the lookout for my review on this Naked on the Run kit. I'm going to give you guys the pros and cons, but I have to say, love this thing, and you're definitely going to want to see the review because I will be demoing it as well. Thanks again for watching, and have a great weekend.